Hello everyone, and welcome authors. Today, I'm going to be talking about fantasy tropes that need to die. Specifically, I'm going to be talking about the love triangles and why they need to die. For one, most of these love triangles don't even matter. You're just adding it into the story to add extra drama. The third person doesn't even matter. You're just adding it in to make the story more dramatic because you feel like your story just isn't enough when it literally was perfectly fine before and you didn't need to add that. But you also wanted to make your book longer too, and you knew that having this character that also talked and you could also see into their emotions and their thoughts would also add more pages. Now, personally, for me in my book, I don't have romance. It's just fantasy. And it's actually also a high fantasy epic. And it has no romance. I did not need a love triangle or even characters that loved each other in general to make my story great. I'm actually going to be looking at my phone because I don't remember everything. So people think it's annoying because it's often just added in for drama. It distracts from the plot and world building. Like many times, people who write the books, they really don't know how to describe the world. And so they're just like, how about this? I'll add this extra character in that'll make the book better. And then it's usually resolved predictably. Like we already know who the girl is going to be with in the end. It's very obvious. Because we can already tell she's into this one guy. Or, you know, it's just something about the story where it's just kind of like, you know. And then another problem with authors is when they do the love triangle, they like to just surprise the readers by adding in or like making the character end up liking the guy that she originally didn't like, or originally like no one would have ever thought she liked because she never even gave him any time. And then now that just makes people hate the book more because that's not what people want. Okay, like why not just keep them like just two characters together? Okay, you know, even if there is a guy, like honestly we shouldn't even have a guy that likes her as well, because then people are gonna be reading the book and they're gonna be like, she should have been with him or whatever. And I mean, honestly, that makes sense, but you really don't need a romance at all. The book will be perfectly fine without it. And it's just it's just very forced. Half the time it's just very forced because writers want extra pages. They want to say, oh yeah, there's romance in my book, and just all this other stuff that in the long run doesn't really matter. I'm sure lots of people want to read romance, but not everyone in the world wants to read a love triangle. So yeah, and for example, the one in Lightlark and Nightbane and Skyshade. Why do we need a love triangle? That's not even, like, why do they don't matter? The other guys don't matter. Like only Grimm mattered because she was literally with him before. He literally could have said we were married and told her everything, but no, he decided to prolong everything and be a loser. But I haven't even read any of the books. I'm just reading the reviews and people do not like it, and I agree because I've heard like what the book is about and I've heard lines from it, and I don't even know how people read the book. I'm just gonna say really quick, if I was in a bookstore and I read that the first line was Lightlark was a shining cliffy thing. A what? A thing? What kind of thing? A creature? But creatures aren't cliffy, so a world. But then why would it be a world? Would it just be a cliff? But then why would you call it a thing? And then why would it be shining? And then what is a Lightlark? Like, I wouldn't read that book. I would have never been able to pick it up. But anyway. Yeah. And honestly, not every book needs it in the first place. Like, unless your whole entire book is literally circling around love triangles, which I don't like it anyway. But if your whole entire book is circling around it, okay, then yeah, that makes sense. If your book literally is meant to be all about that. But if your book is like Light Lark, right? And it's about characters who could possibly die, then why should there be any romance in the first place? No one would care about anyone else there. Like in real life, like sometimes we have to think realistically. In real life, those girls would not be caring about them guys. They would be done, bro. They would be too worried about their lives to even want to be with a guy. They'd be too worried about eating hearts than to be with a guy. Okay. Got it. Nice. Nice. And I'm gonna add this in really quick. I'm probably gonna make a video about it. But stop naming your characters simple names like Grim, for example, in Light Lark. Are you absolutely kidding me? Like, we know he's Grim. We can tell. He could have had any other name. Okay? Like, why are we just Grim? Grimshaw. Or was it Grim? Something, okay? Grim? Oh my gosh. Why? Could have been something a little better. Like SVEN, 7. That sounds mysterious, evocative, scary, mysterious, evocative, cool, whatever you want to call it. But it sounds good, and it sounds like it fits his character without making it so obvious. People probably would have liked 7 better than Grim. Okay? But anyway, I digress. Because I hear people saying it, like, all the time. Love triangles need to end right now. Like, they need to die. They need to die. Like, the characters should not be liking 2 guys at once. Like, that's just opening up doors for younger girls. And they're thinking, oh yeah, that seems normal. I'm reading it in books. I'm seeing it in shows. That must mean that it's okay. That must mean that it's okay for me to like so many boys at once when I'm already with one. I'm literally married, but I like him. Should that mean that I'm supposed to be with 72 other guys? No, that's not what that means, okay? Like, what in the world? You're gonna ruin a whole generation of human beings. Which is kind of what's already happening, because if you saw my last video, the trope that needs to die, about the guys being creepy. Yeah, that one. What was I gonna say about that? Oh yeah, if you saw that one, that's about the guys. Now boys, like literally, I literally went to open house, like yesterday, or yeah, like 2 days ago. I went to open house 2 days ago. And the guys that were walking in there were acting like they were alpha males. Alpha males. And you know how I feel about alpha males. They're creepy. They're creepy. And I do not like them. And I'm trying to be nice. I don't know if there's some kind of alpha male on here. Like, y'all are just weird. I don't know if I'm the only one who feels like this. But I'm gonna be blatantly honest with you. I don't know how girls like those guys. And this actually really does fit into the love triangle thing, because when you read Light Lark, Grim was some kind of alpha wolf. And I don't know about Oro. I didn't read about him. I didn't even know about him until like 4 days ago. Or maybe like 3. But anyway. Sorry for the swallowing sound effects. Yeah, I'm just gonna end the video because I have another one I want to get to. And Gerald is getting tired. I thought his name was going to be Gregory. Gerald. Gerald is getting tired. And I left everyone else downstairs. So yeah, we're just going to have him sleeping for now. Bye.